Hi. This short stretching routine is for those of you who have neck and shoulder tension. It consists of a number of fairly basic stretches that can help you release some of the tension that you do find in your neck and your chest and your uppermost back. Now, I'm keeping the stretches simple today so that you can do them in a chair if you wish, or if you have available space on the floor, you can sit on the ground to do them. But really, either will be fine. Now, to begin, if you will, just sit up as tall as you can from wherever you are. If you are in a chair, you might want to slide forward on the chair just a little bit so your back is not against the rear of the chair itself. It's always good to do a little meditation at the outset. So close your eyes for the next few moments. As your spine grows upward into the sky, let your shoulder blades slide down your back like rain droplets sliding down a windshield. And just pay attention to your breathing for a little while. Observe your inhale and your exhale. As you continue watching your breath, just feel your body relaxing and muscular tension releasing. Consciously try to soften everywhere. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Now, this first stretch will address the back of your neck. So interlace your hands in front of you. Sweep your hands over the top of your head so that you're cupping the back of your skull with your palms. And draw your elbows gently toward one another in the front. Now, with your spine relatively long and straight, draw your chin down towards your chest to stretch the back of your neck. This can be a little bit intense, so don't worry about going crazy deep, especially since you're stretching cold. Just apply a little downward pressure till you feel a nice stretch radiating all the way down the neck itself. Let your hands get just a little tiny bit heavier to stretch those muscles there. With your fingers still interlaced, separate your elbows. Sweep your hands over the top of your head and slide your knuckles underneath your chin. This time, press your knuckles against your chin, take your elbows closer together in the front, and use your knuckles to press back on the jawbone until you feel stretching and opening in your throat. If your elbows don't touch, that's okay. You can keep them wider. Though if they are able to come together, that will give you shoulder stretch too. So take them all the way together if you can. Lift your elbows up, release that position there. And then once you've done so, take your right hand and slide it under your buttocks or your hamstring beneath. Once you've anchored your hand under your body, reach your left arm up overhead. Take it to the side of your skull, and looking directly forward, gently tilt your head to the left. Now, this one's a lot more intense than those stretches previously done, so just go really slowly with it. What you're looking for here is a nice solid opening in the webbing of your right neck. By having your hand locked under your body, you're naturally drawing your shoulder down away from the belt. By applying that downward pressure to the skull, you're getting that nice solid stretch in the muscle fibers between the shoulder and the head itself. Lift your head to let it go. Switch your arms positioning so that your left hand slides under your hamstring or your buttocks. And then with that shoulder sliding down away from your ear towards your belt, reach your right arm straight upward in the air. Loop it over the top of your head and grab near your ear or the side of the skull. Now, it's important to look directly forward for this one. And then gradually and slowly tilt your right ear toward your right shoulder. One side of your body might be a little tighter than the other, so go with what you feel here. Once you find a space where you're getting some resistance, just breathe into that resistance. And above all else, just try to relax. If the posture makes you feel tense, you're going just a little bit too far. So if that happens, back out just a little tiny bit until your progress is more relaxed. Lifting your head back upwards. Place your right hand on your knee, or if you're sitting in a chair, perhaps on the arm of the chair itself. Place your left hand behind you. Sit up just a little bit taller and rotate your torso to the left. Now initially, rotate your head by gazing backward over your shoulder. Keep your head relatively neutral as you rotate to the left. As you do that, you get a nice twisting rotation in your neck, which will help to release some of the tension. Maintain the twist that you found, and as you maintain it, gaze directly forward. Now, still twisting with your torso, gaze off to the right as far as you're able to. Draw your chin down toward your right shoulder, and once again, you'll get some stretching in the webbing of your left neck, your upper trapezius muscles. As you hold there, take a couple of deep breaths. Lift your chin, release the twist, and then we'll do all the same on the other side. Take your left hand to your right knee. Place your right hand on the floor behind you. Set the rotation in your torso by spinning your torso open to the right. And gradually rotate your head back so you're gazing straight back over your shoulder behind. Use your inhales to lengthen upward, your exhales to tighten down on the twist. Now maintain the twisting of your torso. Gaze back, straight forward, with your face sort of parallel to the wall in front of you. Rotate your head off to the left, and then tip your chin down toward the shoulder itself to stretch your right upper neck again. You can decrease the stretch by lifting the chin a little, or you can increase it by drawing your chin down a little further. All right, release the twist and lift your chin upwards. And next, we're going to stretch a little further down in the muscles between your shoulders and the muscles in your chest. Sometimes neck and shoulder tension can originate from either of those spaces. So start with a modification. Interlace your hands in front of your face and take your elbows a little closer together. This will broaden the space between your shoulder blades and open the space there just a little bit. If you can, touch your elbows together for a few rounds of breath. As you do this, you'll experience some work in your chest muscles. Just try to hold there for a few. And then lift your elbows up. Now, if the next part is inaccessible, you can alternate between squeezing your elbows together and taking your elbows apart, which will help to open the muscles in your shoulders and eventually help to prepare you for the next posture. Now, if you're ready, reach your arms way out to your sides. Wrap your right arm under the left, and then progressively walk your arms further and further and further around until you're in a tight bear hug. Let go with your right hand and bend that arm. Wrap the other arm around. You can hold this position if it works best for you. Otherwise, interlace your hands or grab a thumb like I am, another potential way to modify. And then press your hands out and away from your face and your head. Now you can play around with this a little bit. You can tilt your hands over to one side, you can tilt them over to the other side. You can lift your elbows up or you can slide your elbows down. Just sort of work them around a little bit until you find a spot that feels good. And take some deep breaths. And then unfurl your arms completely. Go ahead and roll your shoulders backward a few times. And then forward a few times as well. And the same on the second side. Wrap your arms around so that your left arm goes under the right. By walking your hands around, you're going to tighten up your stance a little bit and make the ultimate bind a little easier. Wrap your right arm under the left, actually. Sorry about that. And then once you've got it, bend your right arm. Wrap the left arm all the way around and attempt to grab your thumb, though it's equally okay to keep your hands separate if necessary. Once you've got it, lift your elbows a little higher. Press your hands away from your face. And then again, just play around with your arm position. Tilt your arms one side to the other. Feel free to drop your elbows down, lift them up. And just move around until you find some spot that feels really, really good. A spot that feels like it needs some stretching. Hold steady in that final spot and breathe. A little deeper on your next inhale. And then let it go from there. Roll your shoulders backward a few times. Roll your shoulders forward a few times. And one final stretch for your chest muscles. Reach your arms behind you. If possible, interlace your hands near your lower back, though if that doesn't work, you can simply place your fingertips on the ground with your elbows slightly bent. From either position, hands either interlaced or the hands resting on the floor behind you or your chair if you're sitting on the seat. Keep your elbows bent and then draw your elbows backward and together to open up the walls of your chest. Sit just a little bit taller as you maintain that. Level your head by drawing your chin ever so slightly downward. Close your eyes. Every time you exhale, just draw your bent elbows a slight bit closer together. Deep, even breaths. Soften your face and your jaw as you continue breathing. And then release to position. Place your hands in your lap in some comfortable way. Close your eyes for the next few moments. And just feel that light sensation spreading all throughout your arms and your neck and your shoulders. Shift awareness back to your breathing patterns. And just as before, pay close attention to your inhaling and your exhaling. As you continue to focus on your breath, let your whole body grow soft and still. And then join your hands together in a prayer at your chest. If you have someone in your life who could use some positive energy, bring them to mind. And just send them some good energy mentally. Take a moment to be grateful for another day. And if you wish, repeat after me. And may all sentient beings everywhere experience peace.